NASCAR fined him how much? Hello everyone, I'm the Professor Larry Mars and welcome back to my channel. This is Hitting the Wall. Boy, I tell you, the day was crazy. I had internet issues, couldn't put out any videos. I went to church this evening. Yes, I go to church. And come back, internet's working. So go figure. So I decided to put together the video that I wanted to put together. Yeah, I know it's a little bit late, but here we go. NASCAR handed down a huge penalty to Ricky Stenhouse for his part in the fight with Kyle Busch. No penalties for Kyle Busch for wrecking him on purpose. So NASCAR fined Ricky Stenhouse $75,000. Let me say that again. NASCAR fined Ricky Stenhouse $75,000 for a fight. This is one of the biggest fines there has ever been since I started watching NASCAR. And I started watching in 1991. That's crazy. Also, Ricky Stenhouse's father, Ricky Stenhouse Sr., has been suspended from NASCAR indefinitely. Can you imagine? Your father's been there for your entire career, and now he can't be there anymore. At least not for the immediate future. Several members of Ricky Stenhouse's crew has been suspended as well. So crew member Keith Matthews has been suspended from NASCAR for the next 4 NASCAR Cup Series races. That would be through Iowa. And Clint Myrick has been suspended by NASCAR for 8 Cup Series races. That will take him through Pocono. Now this was a huge fine levied against Ricky Stenhouse and also the 47 team. They lost a couple of crew members. Elton Sawyer, the Senior Vice President of Competition for NASCAR, was on Sirius XM NASCAR Radio today to talk about why the fine was so excessive. What I will say, when you wait 198 laps and you make those decisions that were made, again, we're going to take action there. There could have been different decisions made. Once we start to get to the point where it gets physical, we want the 2 drivers to be able to have their time to express their differences. But again, once it escalates where there's been a physical altercation there, you know, again, we're going to react. Now, as I said before, this is the biggest fine that I can remember for anything in NASCAR. Ricky Stenhouse, he was also on Sirius XM NASCAR Radio today, and he does think it's a bit excessive of a fine for him and his team. Yeah, I think it's a bit excessive. At the same time, it's NASCAR's decision. I think us and our team are trying to figure everything out, what the next steps to take or not to take. So for the biggest part, I think for me so far since the fines came out, really everybody in the industry, all the fans, all the support I've seen, I guess kind of do a lot of the talking for us. My question is, where is the responsibility for Kyle Busch? We have seen in the past 2 incidents with Bubba and Chase where they hook somebody in the right rear and turn them into the wall. They were fined, they were suspended, and nothing is going to happen to Kyle Busch. This was clearly a retaliation move by Kyle Busch on Ricky Stenhouse. Well, Elton Sawyer on NASCAR Sirius XM Radio also addressed this issue. If we see something, we have proven over time that if intentionally hooking someone in the right rear, and we've reacted to that, but we really as a sanctioning body would stay out of the on-track incidents unless we see something that blatantly comes back to us that we need to react to. Now, I just got to be honest with you. I'm sorry. Something needed to happen to Kyle Busch. In the past, when he's pulled stuff like this, he has been fined. He has been suspended. Something needs to happen. with Kyle Busch. We just can't have people hooking people. Now, I understand it was in the left, but it was obvious he did it on purpose to wreck Ricky Stenhouse. For the fact that Kyle Busch ran out of talent. Even Kevin Harvick weighed in on the controversy. When I go back and watch the video, I honestly have no idea what Kyle Busch is mad at. They come up off turn 2. Ricky drove through a hole that was big enough to drive a bus through and put him 3 wide. And Kyle bounced off the fence and bounced into Ricky, and they made contact. Right here you can see Kyle had lost his mind and drove into turns 1 and 2 here and was not letting off until he wrecked him. I think there's a lot here. I think there's something between Ricky and Kyle that Ricky was obviously frustrated about. Harvick also said he should have decked him when he walked up as opposed to waiting to do so. Of course, that was from Kevin Harvick's happy hour. I got the quotes from Fox Sports. Obviously, you know, maybe Kevin Harvick still holds some hard feelings between him and Kyle Busch. They battled on the racetrack for years. Of course, Kevin Harvick now is retired, but still, I think there should have been something done to Kyle Busch for his part. He did hook him, and I understand that in the past, you know, they have suspended and fined drivers for that. And it should have been done again, but I think NASCAR dropped the ball on this. And in other news, the NASCAR Hall of Fame introduced its class of 2024. On the list is Ralph Moody. You got the Rooster, Ricky Rudd, and Carl Edwards, all going into the Hall of Fame. I'm glad to see Ricky Rudd finally make it into the Hall of Fame. And of course, Carl Edwards, he was my favorite driver after Dale Jarrett retired. Glad that he got into the Hall of Fame. He retired way too early. Should have went after another championship try, but you know, he felt he had to do what he had to do. And want to say congratulations to the class of 2024 for the NASCAR Hall of Fame. If you like this video, give it a like. If you want to subscribe, hit that subscribe button with the bell notification so you can keep up with the channel. And we'll see you in the next one.